This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace.
Last year, I went through many different life changes. I needed to take a pause and examine how I was feeling in the inside to better show up for the ones who need me to be my best version of myself.
When you're navigating life's changes, Talkspace can help. Talkspace is the #1 rated online therapy, bringing you professional support from licensed therapists and psychiatry providers that you can access anytime, anywhere.
Living a busy life, navigating a long-distance relationship, becoming a first-step father, Talkspace made all of those journeys possible. I could speak with my therapist in the office. I could speak with my therapist in the comfort of my home. I was never alone.
Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance, no problem. Now get $80 off your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Adobe Radio. The future of alternative.
And welcome to the United States of America. Global woman, radioactive sites, imperialistic wrongs, and animal rights news.
Adobe Radio.
It's news to us.
We're live, Jason, the week of February 2nd, 2026. The Grammys
made it
were
through
on.
another month.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's weird, right? Grammys were on last night. We can talk about the Grammys. Did you watch the Grammys?
We watched a little bit. We had a function that we went to, but we watched some of it.
A Grammy function?
No, but you went to a lot of Grammy parties, didn't you?
Went to a couple Grammy parties. Went to 2 Grammy parties, yeah. And they were like mostly like, you know, behind the scenes industry people. There were a couple of artists, but I don't know, nobody like huge or anything like that. It was more, at least, I don't know, not that who did I see? Actually, you know what, who I saw was John Feldman. That was cool.
Oh.
The lead singer of Goldfinger, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. And I went up to him and I told him about crowd surfing to Mabel.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
20
like,
years ago.
I know. I approached him as a fan. I was just like, hey, big fan. And just wanted to tell you that your shows used to mean a lot when we were growing up. And it was kind of cool to talk to him.
Yeah, I almost took out a drum kit.
Yeah.
When we were on stage.
I forgot about
that.
Yeah.
About that. I got pushed and almost fell into the drum kit.
I totally forgot. And then, then his drummer, Darren, would go on to do a show on Adobe for a while. And then, who else did I see? Oh, then I saw one of the guys from the band Oxymorons that we had on the show like a year or 2 ago.
Cool.
Who else? I don't know. Then a lot of publicists and stuff like that, but people.
Anything crazy happen?
No.
Anything fun and exciting to report back?
Well, the one thing that was kind of cool was that I almost got into a party that Youngblood was throwing with Teddy Swims.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been huge, but that fell through. So it was like at a venue where Fish DJs, and he texted me. He's like, "What are you doing tonight?" He's like, I might be able to get us into this, but then at the last second, it didn't work out.
Boo.
Yeah, apparently, you know, obviously the guest list on that one pretty hard to get on.
Yeah.
So I would imagine like it was at the Rainbow Room too. The legendary Rainbow Room on the Sunset Strip where Motley Crue used to hang out all the time. Should I make this a sunglasses show? Let's see. I just realized I had some sunglasses.
Oh, now that you go to Grammy parties, you got to wear sunglasses inside.
Yeah, now I got to wear sunglasses inside.
My future's so bright that I have to have sunglasses.
I got to be all Hollywood now.
Yeah. Well, when you said that you almost got in, I had a visualization that you were standing outside the door in the rain and they just wouldn't let you in.
Like Night at the Roxbury, like those guys.
Yeah, you got turned away at the door.
All right. No, it's cool though. I mean, I'm trying to become a voting member on the Academy, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you have to wear a suit?
No, I mean,
parties?
I mean, obviously, you could have worn a suit if you wanted to, but these are like mostly parties for the alternative group, like alternative and rock. So that group doesn't really wear suits. Everybody just kind of comes as they are, which was nice.
Yeah, but if you wore a suit,
yeah,
you look like just up a level,
or you look like a D-bag. I don't know, like you're trying too hard.
Well, I mean, just don't have like a black undershirt and a gold chain popping out. You'd be fine.
Yeah, well,
or do that, whatever you want.
Black
man.
shirt, gold chain. I don't know. That could look kind of cool.
Why not?
Yeah,
it's your vibe now.
Yeah,
Mr. Hollywood
over here in Los Angeles. Yeah. That's right.
But yes, Grammys were last night. Did you watch the Grammys, Eddie?
Absolutely. And we can get into the highlights of the Grammys. Watch the whole thing start to finish, actually.
Wow.
I thought our colleague Trevor Noah did pretty good. I was never a huge Trevor Noah fan when he was the host of The Daily Show, but I thought he did a really good job.
I mean, he did such a good job that Trump wants to sue him now.
I know, and that's one of our stories we can talk about. We'll get to that. Plus, we can start with some breaking news. The Clintons have agreed to testify in the House Oversight Committee's investigation into Jeffrey Epstein, Jason.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all part of the news roundup.
It's news to us. News roundup.
I don't even know why we bother with that thing anymore, but news roundup. It makes everything seem more official for some reason.
I feel like we could have done Dirty Deets on this.
Yeah, I guess we could have done Dirty Deets on this, but
we haven't done a Dirty Deets segment in quite some time.
I know. Jeez. Well, after months of refusing, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton have agreed to testify in the House Oversight Committee's investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. This news broke just an hour before we're live tonight, Monday evening, Jason. I saw the alert, came through to my email. Our colleagues over at the New York Times sent me a message and said you might want this information right before you go on the air.
Thank you.
So thank you, New York Times, for that little alert.
Yeah, thank you, friends.
Yeah. So this reversal comes after Republicans, joined by even several Democrats, moved toward referring the Clintons to the Justice Department, escalating a months-long standoff with Oversight Chair James Comer. So they have agreed to sit down for depositions. And, meanwhile, a whole bunch of Epstein files were released on Friday. They always do that Friday dump.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Big.
You saw that? Yeah, they're like Donald Trump named over 1,000 times in this new dump.
Oh, man. The dump was, and I think we're going to talk about more of the dump, man. But big things, big news out of that.
Right. But real quick to wrap up this Clinton thing, this is huge. No former president has testified before Congress since Gerald Ford in 1983. Trump was subpoenaed back in 2022 and sued to block it, and then it was dropped. And Bill Clinton testifying now is nearly unprecedented. And this is all related to the Epstein situation going on. So Bill Clinton does claim that he never visited Epstein's island and cut off decade with Epstein 2 decades ago and has nothing to hide. Although he did take 4 international trips on Epstein's private jet. All this feels like a distraction, though, to get everybody talking about Bill Clinton when Trump is in these Epstein files more than anybody else.
Well, I think there's a lot of heavy hitters, a lot of celebrities, a lot of politicians, both here domestically and abroad. Like, there's a lot of powerful people. Yeah. Yes. And was it 3 million documents were released, including photographs, on Friday, like you mentioned. So big. There's a lot to comb through.
And speaking of photographs, did you see that they accidentally, quote unquote, left in nude photos of some of the victims?
They did, and
Jesus
that's part
Christ.
of part of our story is the DOJ retracted the release of the files today and started doing redactions, because not only was there photos that they did not redact, but it was also names of victims. And, it's just disgusting, right? So they
Especially
have victims
when they were using the excuse, like, we're delaying the release of the Epstein files to protect the victims.
Yeah, but then they redacted a picture of Trump. They released a picture of Trump that was like on a news article. They blacked out his face, but you could clearly tell that it was a picture of him on like a news article.
I mean, remember,
and that's against the law, Eddie. The DOJ broke the law in that instance because you're not allowed to redact the president, a picture of the president. Did you know that?
I did not know that. No, I had no idea.
Yeah, that is against the law. Neither did the DOJ.
Well, it seems like laws don't matter anymore, but people are calling for the impeachment of Pam Bondi.
Right. I mean, we've been calling it since she was nominated.
Yeah.
She never should have had it.
I don't know. Why don't we talk about this Epstein situation? You had more information on it while we're on the topic.
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of documents came out. A lot of people. There's a story about Bill Gates. Bill Gates hanging out with Epstein. Did you know that Bill Gates allegedly contracted an STD?
I did not. This is in the Epstein files, huh?
This is part of the Epstein files. Yeah.
Do we know what it was? Was it the clap?
We do not know.
Was it, crabs, pubic lice?
We do know that Epstein was like, why doesn't he just give antibiotics to his then wife and not tell her what happened while she was sleeping? They're like, why don't you just give it to her while she's sleeping?
Who said that?
Epstein. There's emails.
Epstein. Oh my God. What a monster. He said to give the wife antibiotics while she's sleeping.
Yeah. So you don't have to tell her anything.
How do you even do that? How do you give somebody antibiotics while they're sleeping? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know.
I would imagine you'd have to knock them out with something first.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's saying is give your wife something to put her to sleep. And that way she doesn't notice that you're giving her an injection or something. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's like,
they're terrible people.
So disgusting. My God.
They're awful people.
But
yeah, an FBI source claimed that Trump visited Epstein's island before his first run as president back in 2015. So, I know Trump says that he was no longer friends with Epstein, but apparently he was still visiting the island as recent as 2015, allegedly.
Like right before he becomes president, like literally right before.
Yeah, right before he said he could murder someone on 16th, whatever street in New York and get away with it.
There are a lot of really disgusting allegations too against DJT involving children. The whole thing is just disgusting.
The thing with children and measuring them. Did you see this?
No.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much because it's so awful, but measuring.
There is one thing I saw too about one of the victims biting DJT during an act.
And
then and that victim was 13 allegedly.
Yeah.
It's really disgusting.
It's so bad. Elon Musk wanted to go to the island. He would, even after Epstein had pled guilty to charges in Florida around misconduct with underage girls, Elon Musk was still visiting the island.
Yes. So gross. And I think all of us, every American can agree that if all of this stuff is true and where there's smoke, there's fire. All these people really do need to be held accountable. This is rather the biggest cover up in history, really.
Yeah,
with the amount of power involved in this, and it's just a crazy story. I don't know if we're ever going to see the end of it. I don't know, or like any justice from it, just because of how powerful all these people are.
Yeah. Well, in London, there was a gentleman, I forget his name, but he was a politician in London, and he has had to remove himself from the Labour Party as the UK is now investigating his alleged involvement with Epstein. So I feel like the UK really gets it. Like if there's names, if your name gets dropped and tied with Epstein, like they move quickly to investigate and to remove you. A royal family member was stripped of his title and, secluded to a castle outside of the city. Still has a castle, but he's no longer a royal family member.
That's his punishment, is he has to go be at a different castle.
Yeah, he's in exile in a castle. But I mean, they do make moves, right? Like,
it is nice to see some accountability happening, but we haven't seen any here in the U.S. yet.
Right.
And I don't know if we will. I really don't know. Like you want to hope that eventually the wheels of justice, they say they turn slowly, but this has been going on for far too long, and it doesn't seem like there's anybody serious about actually proceeding with these investigations and drawing up charges. And because we're fighting to even get these Epstein files released. We don't even have all of them still. What's been released now, very heinous, yet there's a lot that has been fully redacted, like there are completely black pages, or there are millions and millions of documents that haven't seen the light of day yet. And you have to wonder what's in those if all of this stuff is this bad.
Well, and like I mentioned, the DOJ today, after the weekend, they removed previously accessible Epstein information and they redacted. So I think the biggest thing is they did not redact victims' names, right? Like it almost felt like it was on purpose so people could know the victims' names is what my conspiracy theory hat's on right now. Is they left it intentionally because, if people know what their names are, who knows what might happen to them.
It's intimidation, so they don't say anything else.
Yeah, but they removed those documents and they released redacted versions now. So, but the damage is done. So many people, so many reporters went and combed through the millions of pages. I know that's what we did over the weekend.
That's how I spent my whole weekend.
Painstakingly hours and hours. I mean, it was like 24-hour marathon of just reading through just horrific shit.
Yep, I knew that we had to be live on the air Monday, and I take this job very seriously, so I read at least 10,000 articles.
Right.
Or documents.
It's atrocious.
And you should see the notes I've made.
Right. It's a whole legal notepad.
My investigation is continuing, and but yeah, that's what Aaron Parnas was doing apparently. Like he was going through a bunch of different files over the weekend and posting updates.
Yeah. Aaron Parnas. No, people forget that his dad was Lev Parnas.
Yeah.
Who was convicted, a former associate of DJT.
Of collusion with Russia, right?
Yeah. But not DJT.
To try to influence the election.
Right.
Crazy. All right. Well, what else on this? Anything else before we take a break?
Not like a specific news story or,
Yeah.
But I want your opinion. More of an opinion piece. So, I think we're big proponents. We've communicated and we've shared how our thoughts and feelings on wealth inequality in America.
Yeah.
Do you think as more information comes from the Epstein files, that could be the catalyst that creates a significant change within our societal structure, if you will? because a lot of powerful people are named so far in this. Do you think that they get canceled? Do you think that this might be the catalyst to change?
I don't know. I mean, because these powerful people they've also bought the government at this point and all of the oversight. So I feel pretty cynical about it. I kind of feel like this is going to continue to be swept under the rug, and these rich billionaires, they're just going to get older and older and then just die because they'll be able to delay all this stuff. That Trump wrote the handbook on delay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't see
could
any.
be.
I could be wrong, and I really hope that I am. But I feel very cynical around all this, and I just don't see a world in which any sort of justice is served.
But it might not be a criminal justice, but it could be people on the streets, people,
like boycotting these businesses, these people,
businesses, and calling, for their removal from power, right? Like, I mean, it could be in our hands, right? I think,
yeah.
I think that's something that we overlook, though. I think
could. I mean,
it's a lot of powerful people. Elon Musk and Bill Gates. I mean, some of the richest people in the world. Bezos. I'm sure Bezos is somewhere in there. I assume if you're rich and ungodly rich, you're going to be a part of the Epstein files now.
Yeah, I know. Well, as far as I know, to my knowledge, Bezos has not been mentioned at all.
Right. That's suspicious to me now because I just assume all of them are.
Yeah, it's very.
I don't
want
to slander someone.
No, yeah. I mean, we don't
know officially.
You just you feel like he might be in there.
Right. Yeah,
which is reasonable.
Clear.
I get that. Pretty much every rich, powerful person.
It's just something that hasn't really been mentioned, though. Is this could be the catalyst for a big change that is sorely needed.
I don't know. Well, I mean, if anything, I hope, and we're seeing with these special elections that Republicans are just getting their asses handed to them in elections. But when it comes to the midterms this year, the fear is that we're not going to have a free and clear election, that things are going to be tampered with, that mail-in ballots aren't going to be accepted. They already made that big change with mail-in ballots already, where you basically just had to have it the postmark before the deadline on your envelope. Now they actually have to have it in their possession when they're counting the votes. Whereas before you'd have an influx of ballots being counted for a couple of days. That's going to stop now. So because they know that the mail-in ballots do not typically favor conservatives, and then
it's easier. It gets more people to vote.
It gets more people to vote too. Yeah, and we've seen what happens with voter suppression, where they close polling places in communities where there would be a big turnout for people voting against conservatives.
Yeah,
and they make it illegal to pass out water when people are in these long lines.
Yeah, and even if you're in line and they close the poll, you're done. You don't get to vote.
And then they'll have these polling places and maybe only have a couple of stations open, and it's not enough to service the population. So there's these giant lines. It's just all crazy. And then, of course, gerrymandering on top of that. So who knows? And whatever else they can do with hacking the voting machines, I don't know. I just don't. I'm very worried about the midterms. I feel like if it were a free and clear election, we would see some accountability for all of these people. And I think that's why they're going to fight very hard to make sure that they remain in power.
Right. Well, if some hope, I don't know if you saw the special election that was held in Texas over the weekend.
Yeah.
But a state Senate seat flipped. That was for Trump by 17 points, flipped blue.
I did see
over
that
the weekend,
and it was like a 35-point flip or something like that.
Yeah, he won by 17 points. He was out. The winner, the Democratic winner, was outspent by 20-1.
Wow! So they poured a lot of money into that and still lost. So Elon's pocketbooks really don't mean much when people are super pissed. So. And I think a lot of people are very angry, especially seeing what's happening with ICE and shooting American citizens in the face in broad daylight. And
yeah, I don't know if I feel like I heard a report there was another shooting in Portland, but that might have been an old one.
Well, speaking of ICE, why don't we have a break and come back? You know how like they have that $50,000 sign-on bonus for ICE agents?
Yeah.
Well, they may never see that money, and we'll explain why right after this. It's news to us.
It's news to us with Eddie and Jason.
Well, if you're considering being an ICE agent, they have been promising a $50,000 sign-on bonus. That's been in the news a lot. You've heard about that, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely have. Yep.
Well, not so fast. It turns out that $50,000 sign-on bonus may be a bit of a scam. Can you believe that? Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, shocker. Here's a guy on
Color
TikTok.
me shocked.
Yeah, I know. Here's a dude on TikTok explaining.
Boys, I just wanted to fill you in on the repayment clause of the hiring bonus you may have gotten. Okay, so if you're in training to be an ICE boy, or maybe you already are, they got you with this $50K bonus. Well, actually, that's going to be broken down over 5 years, and you might get $10K this year, but after taxes, it's really going to be like $6K.
Okay, so you're looking at, again, they're breaking this thing up over 5 years, and then you get taxed pretty heavily. They take almost half of it, so you only have $6,000.
Yeah, that's like any bonus, right? Bonuses are always taxed heavier.
Right.
Around 40%. Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know how time works, but it keeps moving forward. It's 2026, 2027, 2028. We have an election, and, your boys might not be in power by then. So they do have a repayment clause. This is put in by the people that hired you or putting you through training. If you quit or you're fired for literally any reason, you get to repay the full pre-tax amount of your bonus.
So already you're $4,000 down.
Yeah, you're in the hole, man.
So let's say they gave you $10K. You paid taxes. You only got this much.
$6,000.
And let's say you got that for 3 years, and then there's an election, and maybe you get fired. You're going to be on the hook for $30K plus interest with no option for bankruptcy because it's paying the government.
Yikes.
Yeah. So you idiots thinking that you're going to get this money and you're trusting a guy that notoriously doesn't pay anybody, never paid his contractors, always is trying to get out of a bill, wouldn't pay venues while he was on the campaign trail. You think he's going to be honest and make sure you get that $50,000 sign-on bonus? No, you're going to be $30,000 in the hole once ICE is abolished in 2028. God help us.
Yeah, I mean,
That's going to be your punishment.
I mean, this man has a history of non-payment.
Isn't that's going to be no sympathy whatsoever if all of these ICE agents end up losing their jobs in 2028 and then they become homeless?
Yeah.
I don't care.
No, absolutely not.
Well,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, isn't it? Jeez.
It doesn't surprise me, though. It does not surprise me. It actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I know.
It's the pattern, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm glad someone broke it down like that because that feels normal to me.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, because it seemed a little too good to be true to me when I saw a $50,000 sign-on bonus, and I was thinking, okay, well, I know that the ICE just got this huge amount of money approved for this crazy funding.
Not necessarily.
Oh,
we're in a partial government shutdown over it.
Oh, okay.
The Democrats are blocking it. So the government Friday night did it. We it's not even on our
I don't know how the hell did I miss it? I guess there's too much going on over. I heard that this might be a possibility, but
it happened.
It's news to me. He said the thing. So what is it?
But yeah, Democrats.
I was too busy combing through the Epstein files. I had
Right.
thousands of documents to go
You
through.
were nose deep in
Yeah.
files.
So there's a government
your
shutdown.
printer, your printer had to have been working overtime because you like
Yeah,
to print
I do.
everything and then highlight.
I printed all the Epstein files, and I have stacks and stacks of papers to go through. They're behind me right now. That's how busy I am. I have stacks and stacks of papers. You can see them.
I went through like 80 cartridges, toner cartridges, printing that shit.
Well, I had to buy a new printer every time because they don't sell you just the toner cartridges anymore.
Well, it's cheaper to buy a printer than the toner.
Is that stupid?
Just throw it all away. But yes, sorry, the government shutdown. Yeah, so partial government shutdown. Democrats are holding out over funding for the Department of Homeland Security, which is what funds ICE.
Yes,
and they are saying we are not going to approve this. We are not going to approve your budget until real reform or even removal of ICE.
Crazy.
Occurs.
Well, let's see.
Do you know how old ICE is?
Yeah, I think ICE started, if I remember right, with George W. Bush, right? Was that correct?
Yeah.
So it's not even that old of an agency, like, I don't know, 20 years?
Early 2000s. Yeah, exactly.
And I think it was was it a reaction to 9/11? Is that what it was?
I believe it, yes.
Like one of those things.
Yeah. So anyway, so we'll see. I mean, partial shutdown again. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's not even making news right now.
Because there's so much going on. Yeah. Wow.
There's so much going on.
Well, let's see if the Democrats and Chuck Schumer can stick to their guns on this one.
We hope.
Because last time they capitulated.
I mean,
that
people are
was
saying
the word.
Yeah, we'll see how long it'll take, but yeah.
Yeah,
it might be an extended shutdown because I don't think either side's really going to budge. And
well,
I mean, support for MAGAs with the release of the Epstein files. I don't know if you've seen this, but a lot of people who are former supporters of MAGA have come out on social media and totally removing, saying how we've been betrayed by this man. There's a lot of people.
Well, you have Marjorie Taylor Greene for one, but are you talking like MAGA voters?
MAGA voters, influencers online, Twitters and such. I know you don't do Twitter anymore, but
Xers.
I'm going to call it Twitter because I'm not doing the other one.
Right. Well, so
who are
there are a lot of people.
Joe Rogan. He seems to be. It wasn't even over the Epstein files. He seems to be breaking ranks.
Well, he's an idiot. He's like, I didn't know it was going to go this way. I'm like, come on.
Well, he is an idiot, but
he is an idiot. So he's breaking ranks.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I know. I heard that he was upset about what's going on with ICE or something. I don't know.
I mean, there's a rift there. It just seems like the stronghold of MAGA is weakening. And if you've seen photos of DJT, he's got like bruises on his hands and.
Because he's trying to hold on to MAGA with all of his life.
His ankles are swelling. He's not looking healthy.
And yet we lose Catherine O'Hara, and he's still around.
Oh,
what the heck?
That was a sad. That Friday was sad.
So much is going on. Yeah, Catherine O'Hara passes away.
That was a rough one. That one hit a little harder.
Yeah, didn't it? When I saw that one, I it's very rare I'll do this, but I reached out to the Adobe staff and I was like, we need to get something up on social media immediately, because Catherine O'Hara means a lot to our generation. Yeah, and alternative kids in general, because you have like The Nightmare Before Christmas and Beetlejuice and Home Alone. Yeah. Best in Show.
All the work she's done with Eugene Levy over the years.
And then she was in the middle of filming The Studio with Seth Rogen, and she was brilliant in the first season. Yeah, they had to, I'm sure they're scrambling to rewrite, and geez.
Just sucks.
Horrible. But yeah, rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara. You were a talent, and you will be missed. But back to MAGA breaking up right now. Marjorie Taylor Greene said that MAGA was, quote, a lie and, quote, a big lie for the people, because she's one of the famous defectors right now. She's stepping down, And
she
after
did step down.
Is it done? So she stepped
She's
down.
done. She's a former representative. As of I think January 1st.
By the way, I thought I saw somewhere that her net worth is now $40 million, and before she took office, it was like $400,000. So, anyways, she's calling MAGA a big lie, and a lot of people, like you said, are kind of stepping away. Even Pierce Morgan, that personality, who is traditionally more conservative leaning, he is now coming out saying that he's distancing himself from the MAGA label as well. It just doesn't seem like, unless you're Cardi B, MAGA is just not cool anymore. It's not what the cool kids are doing.
Yeah, the ship is sinking.
Yeah, the MAGA ship is sinking.
Yeah.
Did you see that? So during the Super Bowl, there's going to be an alternative halftime show. Did you see this?
Yeah, one of your favorite rockers, Kid Rock, will be headlining.
Oh
it.
my God, I can't wait for this. And this press release actually came right to my email because I think they wanted us to talk about it. So we'll talk about it. Yeah, and Turning Point USA has launched this All-American halftime show. This is happening halftime during the Super Bowl. You're going to have Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, I don't know who the hell that is.
Who?
I don't know. Lee Bryce and Gabby Barrett. Who the hell are these people?
I don't know. I know Lee Bryce is a country singer, I believe.
Yeah, this is the press release they sent me. So, they're saying that this has no agenda. Turning Point USA is putting out a halftime show with no agenda.
Right.
Even though it has all of these Trump humpers on there, and it's a red graphic.
Yeah.
Or can you even watch this? Well, this is how you know that they know it's not going to be very popular. It's literally on 50 different things. So it's on OAN, TBN, Daily Wire Plus, whatever the hell that is. Then it's also streaming for free on YouTube and X. Nobody's going to watch this thing.
Nobody's going to watch that. Everyone's going to watch Bad Bunny.
Everybody wants to watch Bad Bunny. That's right.
Artist of the album of the year winner, right? Was it album or artist?
It was album of the year.
Album of the year.
Went to Bad Bunny. But we can talk about the Grammys too before while we still have some time. But anyways, Turning Point USA wants everybody to know that Kid Rock is going to be performing.
Perfect.
I'm going to make sure I flip over and watch that. There you go, Turning Point. You got your little mention because you sent me that today. Bunch of douchebags.
Don't encourage it.
Well, I'm letting everybody know. That way you don't accidentally open up YouTube or something during the halftime show.
Or Twitter.
And see it streaming or Twitter or... Nobody's going to watch. Kid Rock?
No one's going to watch that.
Kid Rock is the only talent that the right has. And talent is in quotation marks.
Wait, didn't they have Carrie Underwood? Didn't she play the inaugural? Carrie Underwood,
I guess.
Yeah, but the Super Bowl, we got Green Day's opening it, right? They're playing before the game, and Bad Bunny is the halftime performer. Are you looking forward to the entertainment of the Super Bowl?
I'm looking forward to Green Day. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing Green Day play. I like those guys a lot. You and I have seen them many times.
Yeah.
One of my favorite all-time artists to see live. I think Billy Joe is
commands the room.
He really is such a great front man. The very first time I saw Green Day, I was kind of like, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, I like these guys a lot. But I just kind of went in knowing American Idiot and Dookie, and I like all those songs. But then,
right
when we watched them live, it kind of gave me a whole new respect for those dudes.
Yeah, they're true rock stars, and they were very vocal during like the Bush administration.
Well, American Idiot, was a very politically charged album, and even today they changed the lyrics to what is it? They put MAGA in American
really?
Idiot. Yeah. But yeah, that should be. So Green Day is going to be opening the Super Bowl, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll be opening it.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break. We can talk about the Grammys a little bit. That was last night. A lot of cool stuff happened there. You didn't watch the Grammys? You're at a function, you said?
I was at a function, but we watched. Huh?
A function, huh?
A function. Yeah, I was out. Not a Grammy party. I'm not cool like you, but we were at a function.
A function.
Right.
And people at this function didn't care about the Grammys.
Correct.
Was it a social function or was it?
It was a social
court
function.
mandated. Oh, okay.
It was social.
Social function.
Court mandated. Oh my god.
Okay. We'll be right back on It's News to Us, and we'll talk about the Grammys, wrap up that, and tell you who won the big awards, and also Trump is threatening to sue the host Trevor Noah. We have the joke that Trevor Noah told that may get him sued by the Orange Fat Man.
Watch out, Trevor.
We'll come back with that and more, Ham. Okay, Jason, the Grammys were last night live on CBS for the last year on CBS too, by the way.
Interesting.
I think. I don't know. I'm kind of making that up because there was like a graphic at the end of the Grammys that said, thank you, CBS, for 53 amazing years. It kind of seemed like a goodbye. I don't know.
I thought it was like, because, yeah, maybe.
Because I know there's a lot of ownership bullshit happening with CBS right now.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to ABC next year.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah.
So Trevor Noah was the host of the Grammys last night live on CBS, and I thought that Trevor Noah was an amazing host. I usually was kind of lukewarm on Trevor Noah when I used to watch him on The Daily Show here and there. I thought I missed Jon Stewart, and I was like, this guy doesn't quite cut it for me, but I thought he handled the Grammys like a professional, like a pro, super talented and very funny. And he had a joke that Trump is very angry about. Did you see this, Jason?
Well, I saw that Trump was very angry and threatening to sue.
Yeah. Over this joke that Trevor Noah made last night live on the Grammys. Let's play it.
The year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish. Wow. That is a Grammy that every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland, which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. So, I told you it's my last year. What are you going to do about it? Song?
Okay, so, I mean, it wasn't a great joke, but it was like, but
I laughed.
Yeah, he wants Greenland because he needs a new island.
Right.
To hang out with Bill Clinton he says. But I thought
because Epstein Island's closed.
Right. So now DJT is saying that he's going to sue Trevor Noah over that. What's
he going to sue for? Defamation?
I don't come on. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression.
Yeah. Good luck, buddy.
Have fun. Trying to do that. I'm tired of these assholes trying to subvert our Constitution. I'm sorry, we have a Constitution. The First Amendment says that what Trevor Noah did was completely acceptable, and freedom of press, freedom of expression is what makes America great. If you want to talk about what makes America great.
The wife did ask, what is Trevor Noah up to? Since he left the Daily Show. Do you know what he's been doing?
Yeah, actually, I stumbled upon his. He does stand up, yes, and he also does a podcast that's pretty popular, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Because I somehow I was on YouTube and I saw that he had John Oliver on, and I think that's why it popped up because I watched John Oliver on YouTube, and then I watched those guys have a conversation, and it was pretty entertaining. Actually, I like his podcast. I think I might be I'm starting to become a Trevor Noah fan, and it's taken me like 10 years to warm up to the guy, but I'm starting to like him. But it seems to be pretty popular because it had like 1 million views on his podcast. So I guess he has an audience.
Yeah.
So he's out there making it happen.
I mean, he's hosting the Grammys, so.
Yeah. still hosting the Grammys. Great host. Good job, Trevor Noah. And if you missed Jason the Grammys, you said you didn't watch it. You watched a little bit of the Grammys, but not much.
I saw a couple performances, and then I saw Bad Bunny at the very end when.
You saw Bad Bunny win at the end. Okay, well,
yeah,
he's the first Latin artist with a Spanish language album to win Album of the Year.
Yeah.
And that's
cool.
That's a statement right now with everything happening with ICE. And then he used the platform to speak on how he feels about what's going on with ICE, and basically saying, he's Puerto Rican, he's American. So
right, he's American, yeah.
And people want to say, you're from Puerto Rico, go back home. We'll deport you to Puerto Rico. Okay.
Can't deport him.
Doesn't
need he doesn't need a passport to come to the U.S. because it's part of us.
Yeah, exactly. And Trevor Noah made that joke with Bad Bunny earlier in the show, too. Kendrick Lamar and SZA won Record of the Year with Luther, adding to Kendrick Lamar's legacy. Billie Eilish took Song of the Year with Wildflower. I'm happy that Billie Eilish won because last year she didn't win anything, and they kept cutting to her and she was bawling, and she really loves the Grammys apparently.
Well, I mean, to be recognized, right? I think.
Well, this is the room that she really wants, because if you think about it, she's been getting Grammys since she was like a child. So to not get a Grammy last year, you could tell it really hit her hard, and she got one this year. So congrats to Billie Eilish and our friend Phineas, who did an Adobe session. And then in the rock categories, because that's what they don't televise this, so you have to get this information elsewhere. Turnstile won Best Rock Album, which I have you heard of? I don't know if you've listened to Turnstile. Have you? I don't know if I've told you.
Wait, wait,
Guys.
back up.
Yeah,
rewind.
What? Yeah,
they don't have rock song like on the televised part of the Grammys.
They don't. They do it as a pre-show, and you can live stream it. And yeah, it's bullshit. And we did post the video of Turnstile getting their Grammy. If you follow Adobe Radio on Instagram, you can go watch it. But it's kind of sad because it's in the same venue, but then like half the lights are turned off, and people are in the crowd on their phones, and nobody's in a tux or anything, and like the band is warming up in the background. And you're like, come on, give rock a little more respect than this.
Wow.
Yeah,
so the Grammys
pretty
is
sad.
like just like pop and
basically. What? Yeah, this year was
pop.
A lot of pop. Yep, that's it.
What about like hip hop and?
Well, actually, there was a lot of hip hop, and probably because we are in Black History Month, like the last 20 minutes just focused on black artists, which is cool. But
what about country?
I didn't really see. Well, was it? Who was it? What the hell's his name?
Do they do like best country album of the year? Is that in the televised portion?
Yeah, because country,
but not rock.
Not rock.
What?
Turnstile won Best Rock Album with their album Never Enough. Great album, and they also scored Best Metal Performance too. Jason, I'm a little late to Turnstile, but I got to tell you, these guys are great. They're fantastic.
Man, that's insane to me. I'm a little offended that rock is not portrayed on the Grammys. That's why
I'm offended too. And our friend Youngblood, he snagged Best Rock Performance for his cover of Black Sabbath's Changes during the Ozzy Osbourne tribute show. Remember that?
Yeah. I did see that. Was it Post Malone and Slash? Did a tribute to Ozzy,
which I thought was quite bizarre to have Post Malone up there doing a tribute to Ozzy with Slash, and I think Duff McKagan was there, and then you had the drummer of the Chili Peppers, Chad Smith. He was back there.
I only saw a clip, a very small clip, and it was more panning to like the surviving family members of Ozzy.
Yeah, and
Kelly and Jack.
They've taken Youngblood under their wing. Did you know that?
It felt like that was the vibe that was going to happen after they played the last Ozfest.
Well, and even before, I guess, Sharon and the Osbournes and Ozzy, they really took a liking to Youngblood. He's like he has a lot in common with Ozzy.
Right.
And Ozzy passed the torch to Youngblood officially. So we have to respect Youngblood because he has, and if you look at Youngblood, you'll notice this. He wears a crossed necklace, and it's the same one that Ozzy used to wear. Ozzy gave it to him at that last show. So, and Youngblood said he's never going to take it off. So it's like we have a piece of Ozzy still with us. So very cool.
That is cool. But sorry. I don't like the Grammys because they catered to that. Like they used that as publicity, but they didn't show respect to rock music.
I mean, yeah, I would say fuck the Grammys for that too. And but I know that I guess they have a lot of decisions to make. They only have so much airtime. They were trying to make an entertaining show, but come on, give rock more respect.
Right.
9 Inch Nails won Best Rock Song. Speaking of rock, so congratulations to all of the nominees and the winners. At the Grammys,
and congratulate to you for sitting through it all.
I was actually entertained by it. Of all the awards shows, the Grammys knows how to do it. The other ones don't. Actually, the Golden Globes are pretty good.
Golden Globes, I think, are good.
I like the Golden Globes and I like the Grammys, but the Oscars suck. I think, and the Emmys are not good.
Right. What about the Tony Awards?
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Now,
yes.
Your setup last night, did you have was it like the Super Bowl? Like, did you have like appetizers? Did you order out food? Did you?
No, it was an
have
afterthought.
drinks while you were watching?
It was a literal afterthought. Yeah, I had a glass of wine
while
watching. Yeah, but
and then
did I have a glass of wine? I don't think I did. I smoked a joint. I didn't have a glass of wine. I smoked a joint.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, then this Friday, the opening ceremonies of the Olympics, the Winter Olympics is back.
Winter Olympics is back.
Italy. Yeah. So, do you have any plans to watch the opening ceremonies?
No, I
don't. And then 2 days later, we have the Super Bowl, the big game.
You're gonna have a busy weekend over there.
Yes.
So you're gonna be entertaining. You're gonna have people over for both events.
No,
you're not gonna.
I think we might do the Olympics ceremony. I don't know if we're gonna do anything for the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not going to do anything for the Super Bowl.
Not if the Broncos aren't in. If the Broncos were going to be in, it was going to be like I was going to paint the front yard orange and blue.
What?
It was going to be math. We were going to go. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Well,
joking. I might do it now. That's a good idea.
You should do it.
Right.
That's funny though. You're going to paint. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I know. Too bad the Broncos aren't playing in the Super Bowl. We were both, we're both Broncos fans, but I think the consensus is that the Broncos didn't quite deserve it yet. They haven't quite earned it.
Yeah.
They need
a lot of changes in the Broncos coaching staff. Well, we don't need to get into sports, but a lot of changes.
Well, they always put sports at the end of news shows. So if you want to say anything, go for it.
I mean, yeah, we have a new, we fired our offensive coordinator. We have a new offensive coordinator. And 15 coaches have left the Broncos.
How many coaches do you coach every player? How many coaches do they have?
Well, you have, there's assistant coaches upon, every level of offense and defense has assistant coaches. Then you have coordinators. Yeah, there's a lot.
And we fired everybody pretty much, huh?
Well, we didn't fire people who hired our coaching staff.
Oh, okay. They were poached.
I think the Buffalo Bills, they took like 2 of our coaches, at least 2, maybe more.
Yikes.
Yeah. So,
well, we'll see what happens. I mean, when you have a successful team, the Broncos had a hell of a season though. And, I am proud of what they had accomplished there. And we'll see what happens next season. But I mean, Seahawks and the Patriots.
Yes. Go. You have a team you're rooting for?
Well, of course, got to go for the Seahawks in this case, you know?
Yeah, agreed.
I don't think the Patriots need another Super Bowl victory.
You know, honestly, I'm rooting for Sam Darnold. I think more than anything because he was the Vikings quarterback last year.
And now you're kind of becoming like Vikings is becoming your secondary team, kind of.
Yeah, and I had a lot of fun watching him play last year, and you know, he moved around, and it would be great to see him win it all.
Yeah. Well, I guess next time we do the show will be after the Super Bowl, huh?
Yes, it will.
So much is happening. And we only have an hour every week to talk about it. So we covered
the Olympics are coming.
So
oh man.
Olympics, Epstein files, Grammys. I mean, the news never stops. And we're here every week to try to help you digest it a little bit and talk about it on its news to us. Some of it as much as we can. I mean, you know,
we had so much more to talk about. And we just,
I know.
There's just
busy
snippet of news.
My God, so much is going on. But thanks for hanging out with us. You're live on Adobe Radio. Get that free Adobe app if you haven't yet. Right now, you can win some tickets to go see the band Bad Flower. You pick the city, and you'll go to the show, and we'll give you $100 in an Amex gift card, so you can buy some merch, or if you want to go out to dinner or something before. Adobe's doing that in the free Adobe app. Download it today. And follow Adobe on social media, of course, to keep up with everything Adobe. Okay. Anything else, Jason?
Yeah, I just want to say, make sure you're registered to vote now. It's never too early.
Thank you. Yes.
Give it up for Adobe, everybody.
I used to say, Tim, you got to start doing it over here, and you really have. I mean, you've really put a big investment in our country. We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple. But
give it up for Adobe, everybody.